Often there is a temptation to not trust in the power of the gospel to bring people to Christ. We as Christians can sometimes apologise for the message when talking to non-Christians. Romans 1:16 should be a life verse for us all. Paul says this at the beginning of his letter to the Romans. I'm not ashamed of the gospel because it is the power of God for the salvation of others. The old gospel, which has been saving people for thousands of years, is still saving people today. The gospel can change any hard heart, and we must believe that and not just say we believe it. Our job is to pray and tell people the gospel. We want to tell people the whole counsel of God, the whole gospel, and not just leave out the difficult bits like hell, judgment and sin, and only talk about the amazing forgiveness Christ offers on the cross, which means trusting the Holy Spirit when we talk about these aspects of the gospel. We also want to be the kind of people who, like Billy Graham, call people to decision. A great prayer is that we might be like a crossroads in people's lives, that meeting us would draw people in one of two directions, either towards Jesus Christ or further away from him, that we wouldn't leave people comfortable with being neutral. The great preacher Charles Spurgeon said we should preach the whole gospel with a call to decision. Every time I come to a point where I'm challenging people to pray and receive Jesus Christ into their lives, it never feels right. It always feels like I shouldn't do it. But so many have come to Christ when I felt like this. We've got to challenge people in spite of being nervous. It's so important not just to tell people the gospel, but we must challenge people to receive the greatest news in the world. Romans 1:16 says, I'm not ashamed of the gospel because it is the power of God for the salvation of others.